Every great product has a story. Every story has a beginning. This is ours. The first thing you have to understand is that coffee farming is labor intensive. It is hands-on, totally manual. The shade on the farms has to be controlled. That means some lucky guy gets to climb the canopy trees and lop off the branches blocking the sun, making sure that they don't fall on the plants. Then there's the pruning, breaking off the offshoots, clearing the underbrush 4 times a year. And we're talking about around 8 hectares done with machetes and a weed eater. Another urgent part of the routine is spraying the plants. This is usually a mix of fertilizers with fungicides and at times insecticides 3 times a year, spraying each leaf of each plant from underneath. Of course, regular fertilizing has to be done too. This is the regular routine of the coffee farmer. Now the harvest is a different story. Each bean is hand-picked. Only fully matured beans are selected. That means that the farmer needs to go back to the same plants 3 or 4 times a year, because each bean matures at its own pace. In Panama, harvested coffee is measured in what we call latas, or 5-gallon buckets. The farmer sells his coffee at $7.25 US a bucket for cherry, which works out to about $1.45 a pound hull, but not sorted for first or second grade. So what is our farm gate price? $1.45 US a pound. The very day coffee is harvested, the process has to begin. Generally, we use the wet process. That means we run it through our Pinolens Beneficio, which sorts out unripened beans before skinning, then sorts out dried beans before removing the mucilage. From there, it can go directly to the solar tables. If we want to do the natural process, then we place the beans directly on the tables or in our handy closet dryer, which almost guarantees no mold. Since the harvest is in the rainy season, the drying can take over 3 weeks. Then we finish the drying to 11% humidity in the dryer. The coffee is then stored in the storeroom waiting to be sold. Once we get an order, the parchment is then removed, ready to truck to Chiriquí for the final process. This is all we can do in our mill. The drying is the most crucial step in the whole process and is where the vast majority of errors are made. This part of the process costs about 20 cents to 25 cents a pound. Now we need to transport the beans to Chiriquí for dry sorting and paperwork. Due to our isolated position, the logistics is especially expensive and can easily cost us between $1,000 to $2,000 per order. Once the beans are in Chiriquí, we need to test the quality by cupping. As fun as it seems, it is also stressful for the farmer. We have no idea of the quality until this is done. Was there an error in process or storage? Well, we'll find out now. The dry process is fascinating. Since we already hulled it, we just sort for size and density. Then a visual sorting is done to take out any blackened beans or that have any other defects, such as broca. Now it's ready to go. A proud moment for Alvaro and I. After 12 years of hard work and stress, we are open for business. All in all, this part hovers around $1 a pound. So let's do the math. Please, just look at the chart. So that's our story. We are up and running. Now we know that there will always be new challenges. For instance, we urgently need to increase production. We also need additional and new equipment for the mill. You know, the benefits of this project towards the community have always been at the forefront. You saw in previous videos how the farmers were selling their coffee at 50 cents a pound. But their income was $500 a year, and that was at best. But we changed all that. He did, but not without ruffling some feathers. We did have some pretty exciting times. But you know, times have changed. Now the consumers want assurances that the farmer is getting a sustainable wage. And there's many roasters and buyers all in harmony with that. And if this is you, well, then these videos are for you. And if you're a consumer and like what we have done and like what we're doing, and would like to help make a difference, please talk to your barista or your roaster, wherever you are, and say, hey, I'd like to have some La Buena Tierra coffee from Panama. Tell them Damien sent you. It probably won't make a difference, but you can say it. Or maybe you're someone that would like to help contribute by making a small donation to our project. That is always welcome too, of course. Whatever is your position, whether you're a buyer, a consumer, or whatever, well, there's our contact information below. Please use it. We can talk business, or we can just talk coffee.